right, when you do an ambush like this, there's not many people here. I see one here. Hot Rod Guy Garage. Hey, so this is obviously not just social because I know everybody's busy, including me, but wanted to get a couple important things out, so I thought I would go live for a little while to do so. 3 in here. So please pass the word that I'm live because we got a couple things I'd like to get out to the group. Twisted Dennis calling. Yeah, if you don't mind, put it out because here's the deal. There's a couple of things I wanted to put out there for everybody. Yeah, it's a surprise live, and a couple things I just wanted to put out there. I'll tell you the handful of you we have in here now while you're here. And I'll mention this a few more times. I'm going to try to keep this to an hour because I got a lot to do too. I'm wearing my No Name Nationals shirt that's been worn so much it's worn out. All right, so for y'all that are in here, pass the word. One thing I'd like to use in promotional stuff for next year, if when you leave, it can be when you first roll out, it can be when you roll out after fueling up, or at some point when you're on the road, a shot of you leaving with your rig in your car and trailer or driving or whatever, with whatever it is you bring to the No Name Nationals. If you could get me a little video clip of that, like if it's leaving your driveway, if it's leaving a gas station, a restaurant, just a little clip of you rolling out. I'd like to use that in a piece of marketing for next year if I could. That's one. Another is I want to pass the word about something that not many people ever say anything. Really, it's just Scott from Heaven's Mopars, but he's right. And I just want to remind people, if you want to be at the burnout competition close, especially on the front row, it is a really good idea to bring some safety glasses. It would be a good idea. So howdy, Sam Mountain Ballistics, Roland, Colleen, Big Mike, Russell, Roy Boy, Twisted Dennis, Kerosene, Cucumbers, Mean Street. I appreciate y'all being here. And the biggest thing is a favor to Possum, and he's right. I wanted to get something out standalone about the community. It doesn't matter, Colleen. A few seconds is fine. 3-second clip's okay. Something, whatever, just something. I'll edit it. I'll edit it down as needed, but I'd like to use it in a piece of No Name Nationals marketing for next year. So just a clip as you're rolling out or rolling, something like that would be great. Because the rigs and stuff that come out for this are always so interesting. And I think it'd be good to have a compilation of that. So if you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate y'all all doing that. And because we don't really have as much opportunity to get this out, time is of the essence, obviously, as people are generally starting to leave tomorrow, including me. Share the word out there, put it out, maybe some posts, maybe, social media to help. I would really appreciate that. The other thing is the community cookout. So we're going to do something new. This is kind of a pilot thing for this year. We found out last year that people do not have the appetite for night racing after they've been there and camped and everything for 4 days. But what we want to do this year is as soon as awards are over, as soon as we wrap after awards on Saturday, and we're thinking 5:30, somewhere right in there, we want to have a community cookout. Now, the track is going to have, plates, utensils, napkins, smoking meat. We'll have tables there, all that. But we'd like for you guys, if you'd like to bring dishes to share. And I know, when you travel, that's kind of a thing that might be untenable. It may be. But let's see if we can do what we do. Well, Engine Light Garage, what are you doing? Are you Yes, I know that buffered. I don't know for sure if y'all can hear me, so I just pause when it does that. It's not a big deal. Engine Lake Garage, I would just say if you're going to show up Friday, I mean, bracket finals and everything are 6 o'clock, burnout competition at 7. If you're coming in late at night on Friday, just get a 1-day pass, either 1-day registration. Oh, man, you still haven't got your 500. Oh, my gosh, man. Where are you? Where are you on subs? Because you were No Name 500 last year. Here's the deal, man. There are people that have gotten a bunch on. Where are you on subs? There's a lot of people who've gotten a bunch of them on Thursday at Lambert's. And panhandling on the property, in the tech line with their cardboard sign and all of that. And how close are you? You're at 470? Well, but I mean, can you be there Friday, or are you thinking you're going to need that many days to get the subs? I hear you, man. I know. I remember you couldn't make it last year. I was just wondering because you were in the No Name 500, and I wasn't. What you were doing on subs wasn't on my radar for this year. No, man. If you're 470, you're awfully close. Are you able to make? I'm just trying to help you quarterback this thing a little bit. Are you able to come Friday, or do you think you'll need Friday to get the subs? Because that changes things a little bit. Because I think you could get the subs in very short order. Jack stands center blocks. Okay, so there's 16 of you in here. I wanted to get a couple of important announcements out tonight. I told Possum I go live for an hour tonight. We're trying to do this. We're adding something new this year, and we're going to do a community cookout. Yeah, I mean, just come on. We'll figure it out, Engine Light Garage. We'll figure it out. We're going to be fair. We're going to work it out. So 3 things. Number one, if you can get me a clip, just a short clip of your rig leaving, whether it's your car you're driving, a car towing a car, a truck towing a car towing a truck, a toter home, anything. I don't care what it is. Whatever your rig is that you have when you leave, if you can send me just a short clip, just a few seconds is fine. It can't be a minute-long commercial for your channel because it just won't work for what I'm doing. But that said, I'll let it down whatever you send. Okay. I see ELG. Well, then in that case, just get a Saturday registration, Saturday only registration. I think you can get it. No, I absolutely think you're only 30 away. You're only 30 away. Yeah, get a Saturday only registration if you plan to race. Howdy, Blake. What's going on? He says Heathens Assemble. Call Lena, send you a link to a short. So get video clip of that. Yeah, man, we'd like to see you there. We'd like to see you there. Community cookout. If y'all are able, I know everybody's traveling from extended distances, but if you're able, please bring a side to share at the community cookout. The track and I, we're going to be covering smoking meat. We're going to be cooking on the smokers, and we're going to have a bunch of tables up front so we can all break bread together on Saturday after awards. For those who can, obviously some people travel on Saturdays. We understand, that's fine. But for those who can, and those who aren't leaving until Sunday, or those who just want to stick around and eat before they leave, we're going to do that. So if you can, bring a side to share. We're going to fill some tables up. And ideally, what you'll do is you'll bring your side up when you come up for awards. That will give the staff time to get everything on the tables. And, it's not a bad idea at all. Put your name on there somewhere, like on the dish, like piece of masking tape with your name or channel name, so that people will know, hey, that was delicious. Who did that? Whatever. Or they might say, hey, that was horrible. Gave me atomic diarrhea. I never want to eat anything of theirs again. I don't know what they'll do, but I don't think it can hurt to put your name on it. Yeah, man, ELG. We're gonna work it out for you. We'll leave a light on for you. Do what you can do. We'll work it out later. So anyway, yeah. Video clip of your rigs rolling out, cookouts, you can bring potluck side dishes. I know it's buffering. Safety glasses for the burnout competition. I think that's a good idea, especially if you want to be up close. Scott mentions it every year. You could alternatively wear like a clear torch shield or something like that, like the kind of face shields you use with a grinder. There you go. Colleen's got the link in there. So do that as needed. I wanted to get these 3 things out. Great day. Hey, RC Industry, that is awesome. I like the picture. Can you get me a little video when you actually roll? I think what you got there is great. I just would like to have some video. Whenever you roll, if you got like a passenger or something that can this is less formal. So I even have my phone on in case someone like Possum needs me. Thank you, Mohawk. We do need that. Yes, air horn for burnout competition. Safety glasses, if you have them. I know all of y'all have safety glasses that you wear, or at least under a bunch of dust. Jethro, please. All right, he's going to do all this. All right, I'm going to have to obviously move him, and it's going to take me a while. Because y'all probably don't even know I really hurt my knee last week, and I didn't even know it until I think it was about Friday. So I don't even know if I mentioned it, but it has really slowed me down. All right, I'm going to move him. I will be right back. Sorry about that. That took way longer than it should have. I got a really hurt left knee. I think I hurt it mowing, and I'm not even sure. I just know that my knee is way swollen, and I can hardly walk. It is bad. I was talking to the guys at the sign shop today, and they kind of, think from the description of it, they think I might have a torn meniscus or something, but it's pretty bad. Fortunately, Possum is going to help me. He's going to let me use a golf cart, and without it, I just couldn't do it. So we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Yeah, Jethro, he's not used to this. Normally, we make preparations on Friday, and he either has babysitter or he has a place to take a nap and all that, but didn't do that tonight. So he's just like, what gives? So I get it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, if y'all could put the word out on that, yeah, I would really appreciate it. I'll keep making sure to put that out there because our audience kind of rolls. We got a lot in here right now. Yeah, Jethro had to go move for a little bit. He's got a crate, and he rarely ever uses it. Maybe a couple times a year, but this is one of them. Yeah, so here's the deal, guys. If you can get me, since there's a pretty good house in here right now, one, we want to try to have people bring potluck dishes if they can for Saturday. We're having a community cookout. The track, we're working on smoking meat and getting tables up there and utensils and all of that stuff so we can all eat together Saturday after the awards. Anybody who wants to join us. I don't know how many are headed home and how many are staying on Saturday, but for whomever is, we want to do that. Possum says we'll smoke Boston butts and whole chickens, and it sounds delicious. So we want to do that. Bring sides if you can. Yeah, Mohawk, it's not good. I've never had anything like this. I can't even bend my leg. I can't hardly bend my leg enough to get it in and out of the van. And getting it out of the CRV is way worse. Getting up after being off of it's even worse. It's rough. It has really slowed me down. There are things I'm not going to have done when I get there. I'm going to have to do on the ground in Sykeston, which is not the worst thing. We just prioritize and make sure stuff happens. But everything that had to get done, with the printers and all that stuff and these kind of places and the vendors, that part's good. So I'm going to be having a little bit of extra to do on Wednesday, and that's okay. That's not the worst thing for sure. One thing I may need is I may need to bum some tools for a few things. Like, I had some ridiculous problems with some of the trophy tops. Oh my gosh, the stories. My goodness. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, community cookout, bring a side if you can. We understand you're traveling a distance. I get it. Doug's talking about alternative icing. Maybe. I've got some ice packs. I got some help for that too. It's not a bad idea to bring safety glasses for the burnout pit if you have them. The burnout pit, especially as the night goes on, can kick up a little bit of stuff. We do sweep it good down there, but I mean, it's a prudent thing. And Scott from Heaven's Mopars has mentioned it. It's not a bad thing to do. Yeah, and I appreciate that, Rick. I really do. Thank you so much. What do you need? A new fuel pump install? No, I did change a freeze plug yesterday. Tell you what, change your freeze plug when you can't bend your left knee is pretty brutal. So I was trying to minimize my trips under that van. It just started leaking, but I'm glad it did it a few days before the No Name Nationals. Now, when my radiator blew up a few days before the No Name Nationals, I'm just like, okay, I'm out. I just brought the Assault CRV and got a U-Haul trailer. Worked just fine. Worked great. No problem at all. This year I'll bring the van again, but I just had to get that freeze plug changed because I'm scared to death if that thing has a rust pinhole in it, that it could get a lot worse quickly. I mean, there are some things that don't get worse quickly, but that's one that I can see coming from a drip to a pour. And then you're in trouble. I don't want to be somewhere in Bumblescuzz, Kentucky and have a freeze plug and just have a chunk of rust fall out. And now I can't even drive the thing. Or playing a dangerous game of letting the engine get hot. So we didn't want to do that. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and get it changed. And I'll tell you, the bore in the block had a lot of corrosion. So I epoxied this one. I know a lot of people, especially the kosher people, say you get them in straight, use a deep well, put it in dry, all that. I get all that. But this one had a lot of corrosion. It was not insignificant. So I said, you know what? I'm going to put me a little bit of epoxy on the plug so that everything will squish to the outside when I install it. And I figured that would be a safer way to go. And it doesn't leak. I've been running around on it all day. Did a 45-minute test yesterday. Doesn't leak a drop. So we're good to go. Oh, yeah. Working 7 hours for my projects. Didn't get the, oh, yeah. 7 hours. Man, what is that commute that you got to, where you're that far away working? And look, it's got the to-do list down to one sheet. Well, you're relatively close to the track. That gives you a day more than some people get. So I guess that's a good thing. I lost a day. I really needed because of this knee. I couldn't do anything Saturday. It's one of those things where it was so painful, I couldn't even get my head to think and do things. So fortunately, my vendors here are super understanding and take really good care of me. So huge shout out. Southern Printing, New River Engraving, Sinorama, they are the best. They will bend over backwards to get my stuff done and on time. And they did an awesome job again this year. Always treat me right. So much better than trying to outsource stuff, and all that. They really do a first-class job. Battle with Wounded Knee. Yeah, mine, what happened? It's really swollen, though. It looks like a grapefruit over here on the left. And it used to be my right was a little swollen. It sounds like it's got something crackling in it. It didn't hurt, but it just sounds like it's something crackling in it. And the left was the skinny knee. And now the right looks skinny in comparison. Do you have a golf cart to get around? Actually, I do. I had asked Possum before the knee thing even happened, hey, man, does anybody there rent golf carts? Because we were going to talk to some places. And he said no, but he's gonna very graciously let me use the track golf cart. And if you guys have been to No Name Nationals before and see how much ground I cover on foot on that track, there is absolutely no way I could do it with this knee. Absolutely impossible. I mean, I can hardly walk right now. And it's better than it was yesterday. And yesterday was better than the day before. So I'm really hoping that this will get better. But I'm putting the word out as people keep coming in. Please share with others because this is a last-minute live. What did I do to my knee? I think I heard it mowing grass. I'm not sure. I think I did. I've got a couple of properties where I got to push mower up a really steep bank. And it's just really hard physical work because it's not self-propelled. The banks are really steep. It's the only way to really mow them. I think I heard it that way. I've always had some trouble with the left knee kind of feeling like it's slipping around. It almost like you got a bad ball joint, it'll kind of rattle around in the socket. That's what the left knee has felt like for years. I remember one of the last rifle classes I took. It was a 3-day class, and 2.5 days in, I had that knee it felt like it just slipped out of place. It was extremely painful, and I was dragging that leg the whole rest of class. Anyway, you get through it. You get through it. I mean, it's what you got to do. Possum's a good guy. He helped me out last No Name Nationals. Yeah, Possum's a great guy. Possum works tirelessly. He is the best. Brooke says, maybe need to rice. Rest, ice, compression, elevate. I need to wrap it. That's what I need to do. And the only wrap I have is I have the lymphedema wraps my mother used, where she had lymphedema in her arm from cancer in the lymph nodes. And I might be able to do that if I have a little bit of tape. I might be able to do that. It would help. But it is better today than yesterday. I'll give it that. Like, it's not hurting so bad that I can think. No sleep till 6. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. So, yeah, I remember he put a freeze plug in your LTD. Possum, yes, he is. Possum's a great guy. So, video of rigs leaving. If you can get me just a few seconds of your rig rolling out on the way to the No Name Nationals. Doesn't have to be fancy at all. It's going to be part of a bigger compilation. So just a few seconds of your rig rolling out of your driveway, gas station, restaurant, whatever. Stopped on the side of the road, anything. Doesn't matter what it is, because everybody's going to do something different, and that's what makes it neat. So if you can give me just a few seconds, I want to use it in something for marketing for next year. and spread the word. There's only 30 people watching right now, and there's going to be a whole lot more people there. Thank you, Dougster. I appreciate that. Mom really wanted to come to the 3rd annual No Name Nationals, and she decided the day before she couldn't quite. And I had already decided she wasn't going to be able to, but she held out longer on making the call than I did. And on the way to Sykes tonight, I get note that she had to go to the hospital with her sister. And they took real good care of her, but yeah, she was not able to make the 3rd for that reason. So anyway, I'm really glad. I'm really, really glad she got to make the first 2, and she had a blast and loved this community, and I'm super happy for that. So if I had just said one of these days for another 2 years, then she would never have gotten to go. We all kind of do that with things, right? Yeah, so if you're gonna get me a little clip or something, I'd like to use it. It's something I've had an idea for a while. Just putting it out there. Bring your side dishes as you would like to and as you're able for the community cookout on Saturday after awards. Please do as you can. Safety glasses for the burnout. We don't force that. We do enforce you stay back behind the barricades. But those cars kick some crap up. I mean, they really do. And especially as the tires start coming apart, and we sweep the area good, but you can't ever make it perfect. So it's not a bad idea to do that. Possum wanted me to spend a little time, go live tonight, get this word out about the community cookout. Registration numbers aren't bad. And earplugs, sure. But see, the thing with that, Ron, the only reason I even mention that's because you're already at a racetrack. You should already have your earplugs. So, that kind of you would think would be, but you're correct. Earplugs are a wonderful idea. A lot of those cars in the burnout pit just have derby style headers, and they are loud. So yeah, earplugs are a great idea. I will tell you, of everything that gives me safety heartburn at all the No Name Nationals, try as we may, paramedics on site, everything there, barricades, everything we can do, keeping people back. We try our hardest. The burnout competition gives me the most heartburn for safety. And so, absolutely, Ron, that's why we do it. So that's the one place I'm always glad that we get through and everything's cool. But we all got to do our part. So I'm just putting that out there. It would be a good idea. Yeah, if you guys have any inclination, the ability to bring sides for Saturday, that's great. And when you come up for awards, bring them up and give them to the staff. The staff will put them on the table. That lets them get everything ready while we have our awards presentation. Dougster says a friend of the family's health was deteriorating quickly, and his last wish was to ride his motorcycle one last time. He passed where he could pull it off. That stunk. Well, let me tell you, my YouTube channel really got some traction in 2020. And once I kind of had an audience for it and everything, and things were rolling pretty good, I wanted to get my dad's 53 M38A1 out on the channel. And knowing that Dad would never see it there, get the thing ready, together, and running, and surprise him with it in the Veterans Day Parade of 2021. That was the plan. That was what I wanted to do in 2021. And he died in February, so didn't get to happen. But I did get a video of him with his 1980 CJ Navy Jeep 17 days before he died, fortunately. Last video of him that was ever taken. It's on my channel. And he wouldn't let me publish it because he's so camera shy. But when he died that morning, of course, I was thinking about him. I just put a tribute screen to him at the end and put it up. Well, we got to do what we can do for our old people while they're here. They will not be here forever. And our young people might not be either. We just never know. So please do share this out on your other social media. Potluck dishes for Saturday. We'll probably have you bring them up at 5, award ceremony around 5:30, something right in there. And then have the community cookout and all just break bread and eat together. We're going to be doing this kind of as a pilot program, and presumably this works because I know y'all all like to eat. Assuming this works, I kind of might evolve it a little bit into an awards banquet for the 5th annual. We might be able to structure it a little more like that. And I have some ideas from that. And if I can pull them off, y'all going to think that's really cool. You just wait. You just wait. Hey, Lars. Hey, if you can, if you're able, if you want to, remind everybody, bring a side for the community cookout on Saturday night. Dallas had the idea of the original community cookout in 2022, and we need to bring it back, but in a formal way. So it's actually on the event itinerary, which, by the way, I'm going to have these for you in color at the track. I'm going to give one to everybody when I give them their car number. But here we go. This will let you read this. So that'll give you an idea right there. We're going to close tech at 5 to cruise to Lambert's together at 5:30. Not everybody just taking off. We're going to have a pace car. We're not going to do burnouts. We're not going to do anything dumb. I've asked Possum to please ask the Scott County Sheriff very nicely to give us another opportunity to behave. And as you notice, we're going to have the community cookout after awards. No roadkill. Yeah, I would. Blake thinks of the things I would never think to have to ask, but yes. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it. Dad never got to see the No Name Nationals come to fruition. In fact, it was just months after he died that I started the idea in earnest. If that, maybe even weeks. I don't know. Maybe that even had something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe I felt a sense of mortality and said, if I don't make something to get all my YouTube friends together in one spot, I won't get to. Yeah, exotic meat scares me, Lars. I'm thinking of the feral cats behind the Chinese restaurants. Howdy, Lone Ranch. For those of you just joining us, if you can, want to, or able to bring a side dish for the community cookout on Saturday evening after awards, please do. Bring it up when we call for the awards, and the staff will put it out. The track is going to be smoking pork and chicken on smoker, and going to have tables all up front, and it's going to be awesome. And this is kind of like the pilot year. We're going to test it out. We know y'all like to eat, and this will be a chance to sit down and eat, and all together for a change. Are you gonna take the schedule in the restrooms? I can. Thank you, Walker. I can do that. In fact, they were delivered today. No, they're delivered tomorrow. They get delivered tomorrow from Cape Girardeau. Jack Stan's Center Block says, I like rattlesnake better. The guy who does our signs, who you'll see in a short I'm working on, he got bitten by a rattlesnake not long ago while he was mountain biking. Said he had a huge bump on his leg and it missed the main artery by an inch. He said he probably would have died if he'd gotten that. Bluegrass House half kidding. I think it's not a bad idea. Not the worst idea. You don't even want to know what I was thinking of taping in there last year. All right, none of this Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom banquet stuff. All right, we're just not doing that. Oh my God, knock that off. But anyway, if you can bring, sane side dishes and don't make us regret the idea. Bison meat is awesome. I do agree. There's a place that does buffalo. The store's called Buffalo and More. My neighbors across the street own it. And so they've been cooking buffalo there for a long, long time. It's delicious. So quick video clip of your rigs leaving. And if you can bring safety glasses for burnout, it's not a bad idea. And if you can't, there might be somebody might want to borrow them. I'm just thinking, there does get a little bit of stuff kicked up in there. It's nothing usually horrendous, but we Scott had an idea. It's not a bad idea at all. I think it is a worthy idea. So, monkey brains, yeah, all of that. Mrs. One-Eyed Cat. Hello, everyone. Hello, Wendy. Wendy, I've actually got access to a golf cart this year. So as much as I appreciate your chauffeuring every year very much, I think I'm going to be okay with the golf cart. Dexter says in the 90s, his friends raised beefalo as a cross between Angus and Buffalo. Yeah, it sounds good. I'm just going to stick around maybe an hour tonight. Tire shreds hurt. Yeah, they do. That's why we keep you back behind the barricades. And a lot of folks like to climb over them to film. Can't have that. Kim's got the 6-cylinder trophy top. Cool. We've got 3 people bringing trophy tops this year. Howdy, Danny Boyd, Indiana Who, Cope. Just letting you guys know, a couple announcements I want to get out here while you're in the house. If you can get me a short video clip of your rig leaving for No Name Nationals, you know, whether it's leaving your house, your shop, a fuel stop, restaurant, whatever, rest stop, it doesn't matter. Just some little clip of your rig leaving on the trip. Broke down the side of the road, whatever. A video clip. I'm going to shorten it up, edit it down for time, and then I want to use it in the compilation for marketing for next year. So if you can do that, I'd appreciate it. If you want to, willing and able, we understand you're traveling from distances, but if you can, please bring a dish to share at the community cookout this Saturday after awards. If you want to coordinate a little, you can. You know what I'll do? I'll put a community post up, and I'll put that up, and that way we'll have some diversity in food. How about that? Yeah, Big Mike had to duck a piece of tire. Well, we got to get back enough. 38 said I did a short at the gas station. Yeah, sure. That's fine. Yeah. I'm just saying, anything like that's good. Needs to be landscape. It would be better because, if a lot of people send it, I'm going to want a video that's, and here's the thing about shorts. Let's just face it. Shorts suck. It's this narrow little sliver, and you got to miss all the action for moving. They're terrible. Shorts were an awful idea. Landscape is really the only good way to film because then you can see what's going on. Our eyes are in landscape. It's ridiculous to prefer short, but that's what people with no attention span watch. And that's why they get the views. But for this, please do it in landscape. Yes. This is one I got a package from Buffalo. Oh, cool. Thank you. Wendy's doing macaroni and cheese. Cool. You know what I'm going to do? Right after this, I'm going to put up a community post. If y'all do want to bring something, put on there what you want to do. I'm going to try to tag some people on it. And we'll try to do that, okay? Again, this is just a test thing. I have a feeling it'll be well received just because I know y'all like to eat. I'm out there thrashing. I really should have been done by now, but I lost all day Saturday. My knee was in excruciating pain. It's not that bad now. The pain isn't when I'm just sitting down. It's a lot better than what it was. But I still can't, when I go to get up and move on it, I can't bend it. It's very, very stiff, hurts. And I still don't even really know what I did to it. Hurt it pretty bad. Raven Transfer says, hey, so these comments on here are great, but when I put them on the post, please put them on the community post. I will do that just as soon as I get off this live. Twisted Mopar, I've been sick all day. Well, get better, man. Get better, man. I'll make coleslaw. Yeah, right on. That's the spirit. If you can, take some like masking tape or whatever and put your name on there just so people know what channel did it. Because they can thank you. Cheese curds rule. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you what, it's authentic. See, this is a great thing about people who come from all over the country. We all have different things we specialize in, right? Danny Boy bruised his tailbone 8 days ago. It hurts. Yeah, well, man, I did that one time. I slipped. I think I was wearing socks. and I went down the steps. I got wooden steps, no carpet. When I slipped, I went crashing down on a step. Oh my gosh, it hurt. I was just black and blue all over. It was awful. Lone Ranger says, "Get better. It's about showtime." I hear that. Wendy says, "Van's packed. Can't speak for the rest." Yeah, how's that Valiant coming? It's about D-Day. I've still got to load the van, and it's going to be fun. I'll be loading late with this knee like it is. I cannot hurry. I've got to take my time. I can't. You don't realize how much something like this slows you down till it happens, I guess. JB said vacation just started. Mine isn't starting when I get done. I mean, Wendy has a story about a trip down the steps. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't get hurt too bad, I don't guess. Hitting the dirt road and we'll lose y'all. Well, Big Mike, I look forward to seeing you in a few days. I'm trying to get this reminder out there frequently during this live because it's not my regular time and I don't know how many are going to stick around to watch. Number one, I'm going to put up a community community post. Yeah, Blake knows a lot about getting hurt. Goodness, he's rallied from a bad accident. I'm going to put up a community post. If you want to bring a side dish to No Name Nationals, please put it on the community post. It'll help people know kind of what to bring and do different things. If you can get me a little video clip of your rigs leaving, that would be nice. Either just somewhere on the trip, driveway, whatever, just something. I'm going to use it in a compilation for marketing next year. And if you'd like to bring safety glasses for the burnout, that's a good idea. That is a good idea. Stopping at Mars Cheese Castle on the way out. How Wisconsin? That sounds about like the most Wisconsin thing I've ever heard, Jay. My goodness. We'll bring something for the meal. You know what, JB? I mean, obviously, I'm not pushing this on anybody, but I knew you would because you're that kind of community player. You never just leave it to others. You're like the first person to help, the first person to volunteer, the first person to pitch in, the first person to put their money where the mouth is on everything. And this is why I got so much respect for JB's little shop. I use him as an example of what a community member is supposed to look like. Turbo Tom says, one more work day and I'll find out which truck they're letting them use. 330 beams working. I asked, and they should be working. I'm told they're working. As of a few days ago, they were working. There were a few weird tools I use. Well, JB, that's what I think. That's the truth. I was looking for some odd tools that I've been working around not having for a while, and I realized why. Dad had absconded with them in his toolbox in the Jeep, and I never looked in there. Do we need to bring extra fire extinguisher burnout competition? Not a bad idea. If you want to bring one, we'll just station you by the wall. Put it right up on top of barricades. Not a bad idea at all. We're, of course, going to have some. Not a bad idea. So I'm going to get this community post up here in a little bit. I figured I'd go live for an hour, then I'll get the post up. Please do share that post out and share the word on this because we would like to have as good a turnout as we can for that community cookout. That's a big one. We want to show the track that we can do something good, and then we'll expand it into awards banquet next year. I got some really cool ideas for that. Dougster live next. Okay, sure. I figured I'd be live for an hour. I've been on 45 minutes, so here in just a little bit. What day is a 6-cylinder gig? We're going to let everybody get out on the track the whole weekend, but we're planning on running the finals in all classes except the Friday bracket on Saturday. Oh, so I'll put this up since we got some new people in here. Here's the 2025 daily schedule, and as you can see, we're going to run our eliminators and everything on Saturday. And those times are just kind of placeholders. Okay? So obviously this event is geared toward people who just want to come and be there. Dougster, I hope I didn't get on top of any regular time you have. I didn't know, but Possum had asked me to do this. And I'm like, you know what? He's right. I need to get on and do this, kind of a triage thing. So I am sorry if I got into somebody's regular time. I didn't think so, being a Monday. But if I did, I'll make it up to them, and we'll do something to help in exchange. I'm interested in the 6-cylinder thing. Haven't been around enough to know what it's about. The rules are very simple, JB, and I believe your truck qualifies completely. It's a 6-cylinder only bracket, no electronics, no trans brake. And it's the rules are NoNameNationals.com. You are a perfect fit for that class because power adders are allowed. It's for 6 cylinders, no electronics, no trans brake. The rules are very simple. And Kim Fixes Things is the one who organized it. And I said, just keep the rules simple. We'll put them up on NoNameNationals.com. We'll give it good space in the run order. So we'll do eliminations in it on Saturday. It's a bracket. So, obviously anybody can run, I don't know how many are in, but anybody can get in it. It's not like we got a field to qualify or any of that stuff. So just however many's in it is in it. But Friday, you can get out there and do all kinds of call outs and testing and trying to figure out your time and all that stuff. And then Saturday, you got eliminations. And you know what? The person who goes out and tests and really figures out what their vehicle run might be the person to win because it is a bracket. And the person who doesn't and just wants to hang out on Friday, that person might regret it. Tim72 Demon is leaving in the morning from Colorado. I'll find a local grocery store to get some. Yeah, that sounds great. Whatever you want to do, man. Yeah. We're putting this idea out there. Junkyard D, I'll let you know, since I'm going to put this out several times throughout this live. Obviously, this is more laid back. I look like a bigger wreck than usual. It's on an off day, but I needed to get this PSA out. Community cookout Saturday after awards about 5:30. Okay. If you would like to bring a potluck dish, please do. If you can put your name on it, that'd be helpful. At least your channel name, so people know who brought it, and just something to share. And the house is going to be smoking meat, and we of course got tables, napkins, utensils, plates, all that good stuff. We got that, but let us know. Let us know. I'm going to put up a community post after this, and you can put on there what you're bringing. So that if there's like 10 of you that are thinking bringing chocolate cookies, okay, but it's just, you might say, you know what, I might do something different because 9 other people are bringing chocolate cookies. So I'm going to make that post, and when you get it, please share it out. I would really like, so Tim got his 500. He was at 475 this afternoon. Oh, congratulations. So Mr. Quick Wrench is all that's left. Now, I heard tale of another that's going to try it, but I've not seen him register, so I don't know. But yeah, Tim has worked hard for that, and I'm glad he did it. So next up is Mr. Quick Wrench, and he's over 400, and he can do it. I hope he plans on panhandling at the gate. It's probably what he's going to need to do, but he can get it. He can definitely get it. So yeah, congratulations to Tim. If I wasn't thrashing like this, I would love to have done a live with him, but fortunately he didn't need it. There was no doubt he was going to make it anyway. But if you can bring potluck side dish for Saturday, we'd appreciate it. A video clip of your rig leaving. It could be leaving the driveway. It can be leaving the fuel stop, whatever. I'm reiterating these things throughout the live because I keep seeing new faces come in and people are drifting in and out in shifts, which is fine. I'm just trying to make sure as many people hear this as possible. A little video clip of your rig rolling out. Car, whatever you're towing, whatever, how you're loaded up like Beverly Hillbillies, whatever. If you're broken down the side of the road, that works too. Just a short video clip. I'll put it all together. I want to use it for marketing for next year. And also, safety glasses for burnout competition. If you have them, it's not a bad idea. If you're one of these people who says, I don't wear any safety glasses, and you have a pair, bring for somebody else who might want them. Heavens Mopar Scott has mentioned this before, and I think it's a worthy idea. It's a good idea. So I'm just putting it out too. But anyway, I'm going to make a community post about the community cookout. And please get on there, put your dish, then share it. It works best in that order, right? Share it out, and let's just see what all we can figure out else is coming to this thing. And maybe next year we'll see how this goes, and we can maybe structure it a little more, because no pun intended, there wasn't as much appetite for night racing on Saturday as we might have thought, because turns out on Thursday everybody's like, yeah, night racing on Saturday, and then by the time they sleep Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and then all day Saturday sleeping in tents and are worn down and all that stuff, it changed a lot of minds on how much they wanted to be racing on Saturday night, and they got in their field racing all day Thursday, Friday. So what we figured was, Possum and I were like, we totally see this and agreed. We think the thing to do is just have a big old meal. And so we're going to bring up tables up front and have smoked meat and sides and just have a good old time breaking bread together. Because this is a family. This is a community. This is not just an event that has a gate with spectators and paid talent, and it's not a business. This is the No Name Nationals community. So that's why we're doing this. And I'm hoping I can, scale it up to something that works, a little better for next year. But this is kind of the pilot year for this. We're going to try it. Okay. For instance, you guys know that monkey bike slow race has been a thing, and now it's getting some traction. I'm going to have Ron Ward put some stuff out on it. When things happen organically like this, they can become part of the program. So this is kind of the same thing. Yeah, Indecisive got it. He was creeping up there. Tell Possum, wait for him to get out of bed again. Possum works really hard. That is one of the hardest working people I have ever known in my life. Possum's a hard working guy. Hard working guy. You're hard pressed to see that guy rest. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. He calls me every now and then for things. I call him every now and then for things. And I'm telling you what, they love our group and appreciate us. And I am so proud to call the Skelton Raceway in Sykeston the home of the No Name Nationals. They treat us like they want us to be there. And you guys treat that place like you want to come back. And it works. Got to get Ron out of the booth and have him make a few passes? He's absolutely welcome to. Totally welcome to. I'll absolutely offer him that. He's welcome to do that. Barkley loves to get on the mic, and he's good. He's good. I think I have Barkley on the mic for a little while. Let Ron make some passes in Gladys. Or maybe Ron can make a pass at something else. I mean, whatever. So that's all that's left is Quick Wrench. He's all that's registered. And this is not a bad thing, okay? His late entry has kind of jeopardized this No Name 500 class from getting to 100% graduation rate, but I hope he gets it. He's over 400. He can get this if he works every day and panhandles at the event and everything. Oh, don't do that, Junkyard T. I know where his bedroom window is. Miss Wendy's saying, anyone going to need anything to sleep, like an air mattress or anything? Yeah, if you don't mind, please share out on your other social medias and everything, and through your channels, the community post I'm going to make as soon as we do this live. And do check out Mr. Quick Wrench's channel, because he still needs subs. Thing is, he's been threatening to register all year, and he waited till the last week. So, I mean, you know, he made his climb a little harder than it had to be. But he's in, and we want him to make it. You guys have any questions? I'm only going to be live an hour tonight, because that's all the time I can't even really spare, but I'm going to. He's at 412. Okay, he needs 88 to go. He can do it. But you guys have any questions? I'm only going to be an hour tonight. I have got to get back on it. Jay will share it on the No Name Nationals fan page. Thank you. The No Name Nationals fan page is a page that is run by Rabbit Transit Garage. It's a great page. I don't do Facebook. Those guys maintain it. I appreciate it. I trust Jay. He is our perennial number one. Car number one forever. Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm feeling it. I've been just hammering on it all day. And my leg actually, knock on wood, it feels okay at the moment. When I have to get up and start moving around again, that's going to change a little. But as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to make a community post for the community cookout. Let's expand on this idea and really bring Dallas's idea of the community cookout to life in a permanent way, and make this a real function of this event, so that we really plan to have a meal together after this event every year. I mean, we want to do what we can do for this event, everything we can that adds to it, and try not to do the things that will actually wind up taking away. There's a lot of things we could do, and I think a lot of you might even have an idea where I'm going. They don't really contribute to the community spirit, and that's what it's tempting, because some of those things can be profitable, but LP94 says, when's this one-eyed cat? It's funny you mention that. It's already in the van. It's on that list. You bet. Ron left the jumper pack. I figured out whose it was. It is in the van. Yes. I've actually used it a few times since then. It's good. I mean, but just kept it up. I mean, it's got a battery in it. So, yes, I've got it. Lars says no instant mashed potatoes. Hey, if you want to, you can. Depends how hungry we are, I reckon. I don't think there's any drywall need repairing, but just crush up a can of Pringles and make them. Oh, that's wild. Brooks says no on instant mashed potatoes. What about with cream corn? Oh, boy, the weird food's going on. Thumper says, I forgot about a twin plug blown Hemi last year. Did you happen to find it? Oh, well, you know what? If that's missing, we'll look under the right corner of the rug or something. Instant mashed potatoes work well with epoxy instant Bondo. I've actually heard that, Buff. I've literally heard that. Yeah, Ron, I mean, it's been sitting here, and I'm like, well, you know what? I want to keep it up and sharp. I've actually used it a few times. I sure did. I mean, you know, you want to keep it up. It'll live longer if you keep it up. Cream corn gets passed. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Cream corn is good. All right, we're over our hour here. I want to thank you all for coming out. I know this was kind of a last-minute triage live. And I sure hope I wasn't treading on anybody's time or anything regular they do. I don't think anybody does Monday night, but that said, I needed to get this out of Possum's request. So if I accidentally treaded on anybody's time, I'm sorry. If I did, I'll make it up to you. We'll work together on something. But that said, I'm going to make a community post right now. Go over, give me a few minutes, obviously, but go over, put your dish on there. Mr. Quickridge, 417. Keep hammering away, buddy. You don't give up, you're going to make it. And then I'll put that community post up. Put what dish you're going to bring. I'll get that up, and we will see you guys in Sykeston.